First and foremost, before going any further, don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can know every time that I go live, post another show, and more. For in my 29 winters, I know no greater story than the one getting ready to be told. Yes, it is influenced and inspired by true events, and though it is meant to entertain at times, the most important objective of all is to educate, inform, motivate, inspire, and show the world what prison is really about. And most importantly, to remind people, after all, to stay free.
Go ahead.
Lady at 46 South Road. 46 South Road.
First and foremost, nephew, in my 29 winters, I've never been careful, not one moment when it came to administering the truth, and is now more imperative than ever that I be heard. For in your existence in this place, you have been cowering in some moments, unsure in others, and moving as if you do not know what is going on. They are trying to take us out, nephew. Don't move naive. Change ways. Change ways? You almost took us out on the yard, man. The chaplain put a freaking hit on us. We are done. And you mad because I'm telling you my people came in here? You look jealous, bruh. You talking about I'm not on point? I'm trying to get soldiers on our side. You're tripping, old man. Heed your words in this moment, nephew, and I should mind. For we are allies and not foe, and that is ultimately what the enemy wants, to cause division. I am simply telling you to keep your head on a swivel. For now is not the moment to be distracted, not even by kinship. Aight, stop questioning my people, man. You gonna see? Trust me. See, I shall, nephew. For at the end of the day, time reveals all. Glad that you came to your senses, because to be honest with you, there was no other option. Obviously, you ain't give me much of a choice. But at the end of the day, of course I want to see my daughter. I'll pay for my sins when I leave this place. That is a debt that none of us can avoid. At least you understand that. Understand more than you know. And I know one thing for sure. You better make sure I get home to my daughter. Now, how am I supposed to pull this off without making it look obvious? Just make sure that the deed is done. Inmates attack other inmates all the time. And in this case, you had to defend your life. The warden is all ready to have the guards and everyone else put it in the report when it goes down. All you gotta do is pull the trigger. I can't believe that I'm agreeing to this, but I got to go home. Say you can't believe that you're doing this, but all you inmates are the same. A bunch of snakes and cockroaches ready to prey on each other and take each other out. Don't be in here trying to give us the pity story when you know you're just trying to get home to your family. Nephew's just another meal ticket for you. Man, you lucky, man. But I'm gonna do it. I don't believe in luck, only karma. For each seed that we plant will eventually grow to bloom one day. It's either thorns or roses upon our actions. Now get back to your cell, for lockdown's about to happen, and I expect to see some action immediately after. Man, I ain't trying to do this, man. But it's him or me, and I got to go home to my daughter. Pod wreck! Bring it on out. About to holler at you, OG. About to go catch this pod wreck. And don't worry, I'm on point. You coming out? First and foremost, nephew, keep your head on a swivel, guard up, for the time is dire more so than ever in my 29 winters. But we cannot show fear, and we must show that we are moving with normalcy, to not give alert to others. I'll be there shortly. Let's hurry up. Last call for pod wreck. Trust me, I'm on point, OG. And I heard what you said about Breeze. I get it. I see you out there.
A few moments later.
Hey, yo, Breeze, what's up, man? There go my people. What's going on with you, nephew? What I'm up to, what you up to, man? They called you up to the warden's office. Usually anybody gets called up there day one doesn't make it back out. It's immediate transfer. Or they just automatically put a target on your back. You good? Or they ain't want nothing. Talking about I better not be a problem on his penitentiary. Something about he knows me or he read my jacket. I'm trying to stay out his way. He said he'll ship me if I do anything crazy. I'm glad they're not shipping you, man, for real. Because it's hard to find people to trust in a place like this. You feel me? Oh, I definitely feel you. But don't worry, like I said, I'm here now. I got your back. And besides, it's pretty quiet in here. It don't seem like nothing gonna jump on. You trying to make a meal or something? Brought some of that exclusive commissary y'all ain't got up here from the jail. I know you trying to get down. I ain't gonna lie, I'm not really worried about the dudes in here. It's just once we hit the yard, anything can go down. But, I ain't gonna lie, I'm always down to swole it up. You trying to make a brick or something? You can make whatever you want. Just come to my cell real quick. Just pick whatever you want out as long as you chefing up. You know how we used to do back in the day. Yeah, except back in the day, we was running to the corner store and hopping on the grill. In a whole different place now. Maybe so. And the environment did change. I ain't gonna lie, I wish we was on that grill. But shoot, the bond didn't. You still my brother. Besides, I know you hungry. We've been talking all this. I know you ain't gonna try hard to get that nasty food, especially with them boys out there acting crazy. Come on, man, let's go to the cell, get something to eat. Pull something out, swole it up one time. You know what? I ain't gonna lie. Starving myself definitely ain't gonna make things better. I ain't gotta put nothing in. I got all the cactus in it. All the sodas, I got everything. They let me come with 2 boxes. I told you, just like with the beef and everything else going on. And just like back in the day, I got you. Cell break. Don't get caught behind the door. You got 5 minutes and you won't be let out until next cell break. Cell break. 5-minute cell break. Let's go, y'all. Perfect timing. Lord knows I'm hungry. Come on to the cell real quick so you can see what you want to pick out to make the meal with. I'll wash the dishes afterwards. Make it fair. I'm about to make the biggest swole ever, being you putting all the food in. Let's go.
Meanwhile, at Correctional State Prison.
Let me see what's going on in the pod today. There seems to be no tension immediately. But where's nephew?
Inmate OG, perfect timing. I was just getting ready to come get you. You've got somewhere you need to be.
First and foremost, why is it every time I come out of my cell or even when I sit in it, you're coming to call my name? And with the warden, he has already sent his threats. There's no more conversation to be had. Either he's going to execute his will in this place before I can escape it, or he shall cease. What does he want now? The warden is a worrisome foe.
Actually, you got a parole board hearing today. And as much as it pains us for you to even feel like you have a chance at your freedom, we have to give you your due diligence. So hurry up.
My parole board hearing, yes. How did I forget in the midst of this chaos? Finally, a chance to state my claim. A chance to be free.
As soon as the parole board is ready, you can go ahead and step inside, Inmate OG.
But you and I both know that even if they grant you a chance at your freedom, like the warden said and the chaplain, you'll never make it outside the gates. There's no fear in my heart when you speak, for you whisper like a coward, unable to call your threats out loud. I know who you are, and I know the other enemies at hand, but I am going to walk into that room, speak my truth, and prove that I am deserving of another chance at freedom, and more importantly, to be reunited with my dear old Martha. Nothing, and I mean nothing, will ever stop that.
You're nothing more than a fool, still speaking like you got a chance at freedom. Not gonna happen. Not this lifetime. The only way you get outside these gates is exactly like the warden and chaplain said. In a box.
First and foremost, despite how my story ends, I guarantee that I shall have a chapter for you of your very own. Amongst it, for your threats do not go unheard. And in my 29 winters, I promise more than ever that we shall cross the T's and dot the I's, if you will.
Meanwhile, on Correctional State Prison.
Go ahead, commissary at the back of the cell. I ain't even unpacked my stuff yet. Get whatever you want, and you can make the meal in here. Good luck, bro. Wait, why you looking like that? Why you looking like that, bro? Why you trying to rob me? Rob you? You just told me come to your cell, bro. We family. We supposed to be making a meal. You good? I ain't gonna let you hurt me. You need to get out my cell. Bro, let me up out the cell, man. You bugging, yo. What's good? You ain't going nowhere. I got work to tend to. And I'm going home to my people. Your people? Oh, that's what that was about? The warden called you up there to put a hit on me? And you trying to make it look like I robbed you. And I came in your cell because you asked me to. We family, bro. And now you trying to take me out? We was family, but we not blood. And the warden said I get to go home to my daughter. If I take you out, you'd surely understand if the roles was reversed. Now let's get this over with. Get this over with? I'm going home. And I'm telling you now, if you cross that line, I don't care what you got in your hand. You're not going to make it back to your daughter. Believe that. Lots changed since I've been gone. I'm ready for whatever. Your move. You know one of us ain't going to make it up out of here. But I got to take my shot. I know. Let's get it. Ah! Ah! Mr. OG, as chairman of the parole board, I ask you, why is it that you feel that you're deserving of a chance at freedom? To you, sir, and the rest of the parole board, I must say that first and foremost, in my 29 winters, I have taken every program this institution or any prison that I have been on has to offer, even to the extent that I've created some and have been given approval from counselors and staff previously to facilitate them to people that are reentering into society. And one would say that if I am able to help educate those that are entering the world again, that I should be given the opportunity to exercise some of the same things I teach in society myself. I understand you've taken a great deal of programs and may have even contributed as a positive light to some of the same people that are behind these walls with you, returning to society. But the truth of the matter is, over 29 years ago, you took somebody's life. What is it that you have to say to that? And more importantly, what would you say to the family members that may potentially see you or hear about you returning to society after their loved one is gone forever? Your question is valid, sir. And to give you a response, if you will, I would have to break down the reality of what occurred that night. Where shall I begin? First and foremost, in my 29 winters, I know in my heart that there are no words that I could say to the family of the individual that I took away from this place, nor words or actions or deeds that could be said to bring back my brother. Hey, OG, we read your file and we understand, just like you spoke when you were given the opportunity on the stand and it's listed in your motion of discovery, you said this was an act of revenge. What's keeping you from committing another act similar to this should something happen to somebody you love again? I would never attempt to justify my past actions, but I was much younger then. A young man, if you will, a nephew versus an OG. And now I have grown through wisdom, experience, and hardship. I've had time to reflect on not just what I've lost, but that which I have taken. I am simply here, standing before you, saying that my actions throughout the years have shown that I'm deserving of another chance and I can contribute to society and heal rather than hurt. For I was hurt before. I know the work that must be done on the outside to prevent others from coming back into a place like this.
Meanwhile, in correctional state prison.
Dang it, because I'm not dying in here. I ain't gonna make it out this cell. Ain't no way I'm gonna miss out on my opportunity at freedom. You gotta go. I'm going home to my family. I don't know what you talking about. Let's get it.
Meanwhile, at correctional state prison.
You've been doing a lot of good work behind these walls, but I must say you still took somebody's life. And you said it was an act of revenge, which means you had time to think about what you were going to do before you did it. That's cause for alarm. What do you have to say about that? First and foremost, in my 29 winters, I continue to reflect on the moment of when I first heard that my brother, well, he had his life taken. He was an innocent man, somebody that was not into any wrong, but was robbed one place, coming out of establishment, just enjoying the evening with loved ones. I got word, I saw red, and I should have done what's being done now and allowed the legal process to exercise what they thought would be right. But I did not know if the individual that I unfortunately attacked that night, lost their life, would ever be found guilty. Not for this crime. Not in this time. Thank you, Mr. OG, for your answers. And I must admit, I appreciate your transparency. We'll have an answer to you within the allotted time, whether you'll be going home or you have to come back in front of us for reconsideration. Understand? I understand. Thank you for your time.
What's going on, guys? My name is Christopher Life Willars, and welcome to How to Stay Free, a guide to reentry success for you or your loved one. I know firsthand the importance of having information accessible when you come home from prison. In 2003, I was sentenced to 144 years in prison. You may have heard my story. Here, I'm not necessarily telling that, but I am giving you all of the information that allowed me to be successful after returning back to society 16 years and 11 months later, just before the pandemic.